Hi everyone, welcome to another video of funnel2tunnel.com. Thank you so much for liking the last video and lots of shares and lots of personal messages and other stuff. But I'll keep posting all this exciting stuff. But today morning when I went out for a run, I came to know from a master's call from another vessel that he had encountered a high severity near miss. And what exactly happened was that he tried dropping anchor in one of the parts of the world, and eventually what transpired was like a mix of a lot of other conditions such as weather, current, wind was pretty strong. At the same time, a lot of traffic, so very limited room for maneuvering, and the vessel nearly got into a collision with another anchored vessel. However, it was a lucky day and nothing happened, but it gave me an inspiration to tell you about a very important topic which I wanted to discuss with you, and that I will be doing once I go back to home, and I will explain to you what exactly I'm talking about. It's something to do with the speed of approach when you are about to reach the anchoring position. So speed of approach when you're dropping anchor, that is what we'll be talking about in this video, and see you on the other side.
Alright, so now here we are to discuss a very important topic, which is like approaching anchoring position. And when I say approaching anchoring position, I'm talking about is the speed. Okay, we all know that when you're dropping the anchor, that time the ground speed should be close to zero. The vessel should be like close to stop. That is, speed should be about 0 knots. In practical situation, it doesn't happen because a lot of time you have wind, you have current, and then or a mix of both, and then you might have to counter both of them. So depends upon a lot of other situation. However, theoretically, the speed over ground should be 0 or close to 0. That is what the understanding says. However, like I said at the start of this video was about this high severity near miss, and then I went back and I searched the internet also to find an example of a similar case, and that is where I came across an incident which happened in 2017 between an Indian flag tanker called Jag Laadki and an LNG carrier. This happened at Fujairah offshore Anchorage, and this incident resulted in significant hull damage to this LNG tanker. So this case is pretty much all over the internet. If you type the name of this vessel, you will come to know. However, I'm yet to find any concluded investigation report which I was actually unable to find over the internet. In case if you have it, please do share with us. If you see the picture, this is what the damage looks like on the LNG tanker. So you should also see this video which I have found on YouTube, courtesy vesseltracker.com, which shows you exactly what happened on that day. As I remember, my vessel was also at Fujairah Anchorage when we could hear the whole conversation happening over the VHF and a lot of shouting going on, and all the vessels were calling this particular vessel Jag Laadki. I mean, the vessel was approaching Fujairah Anchorage at a very high speed, even when she was like inside the anchorage. Normally Fujairah Anchorage is very crowded. If you can see over here, that is where it got collided. So if I'll pause you and take you back to the video, at this point of time before the contact, the speed of Jag Laadki was recorded as about 7.5 knots. So this is what we'll be discussing now, is approaching the anchoring position, right? In order to do this, and particularly I'm talking to masters who have been newly promoted and chief mates who are looking to get promoted to master, and also aim for second mates and third mates who are a part of the bridge team, especially when the vessel is approaching an anchorage or similar maneuverings are taking place. So you must have seen in congested anchorages, it's very important to ensure that the vessel is approaching at the correct speed. However, it is also very important at the same time to ensure that you have sufficient amount of steering performance available. So what I'm trying to say over here is that you should not lose out on the steering. So the speed should not be too high and speed should not be too low, so that your steering is not effective. So it's a very important thing which you should keep in mind. Let's say this is the place where you want to drop anchor, and this is where your vessel is. Now the vessel has to go to this anchorage position. Now as a master, your aim will be to approach this anchoring position and drop the anchor as quickly as possible, right? And yes, I mean, this is the mindset of a lot of masters, especially the young masters who have been like newly promoted, right? So so what happens is that you will not find this in a very idle situation. You will be finding that a lot of vessels are also anchored nearby, and then you have got something called as current, and then you have got wind also, right? A lot of stuff's going on. What you want to do, what your aim should be, is to approach this position in such a way that you have sufficient amount of steering power available in order to turn the vessel to head into the current and the wind, right? What I basically am trying to tell you is that in order to ensure that you have sufficient speed, and speed which is not too high, not too low, but at the same time gives you enough steerage, right? Enough ability to steer and maneuver and make a turn, so that you don't overshoot the location. At the same time, you're in control of the situation, control of the vessel, is something which is very important to know. And then I will come straight to the point. Okay, this should be somewhere around 0.5 into 2 knots. Okay, let me draw it again for you. Let's say here you want to drop anchor, here is your vessel, right? Now you have to follow this path. When you are, let's say, 0.5 miles away from the anchoring position, make sure that the speed over ground of the vessel is not more than 2 knots. Okay, I'll explain to you again. If you have to drop anchor in this particular position, okay, so when you are 0.5 miles away from this particular position, okay, your speed over ground should not be more than 2 knots. Okay, if you can keep this thing in mind, your speed becomes sufficient enough to give you control over the vessel's maneuverability, steering. At the same time, you are not overshooting the speed, which makes the vessel, let's say, overshoot the anchor position. So what I'm trying to say is that you will be more in control of the vessel steering as well as the maneuvering control. So please make sure that you keep in mind 0.5 miles into 2 knots speed over ground. And if you're able to manage this situation, you will definitely be in the control of the vessel. This is equally important for especially the vessels which are large in size, like Capesizers or VLOCs, right? Even Kamsarmaxes and Panamaxes. It's very important that you keep this thing of 0.5 miles into 2 knots and give this into consideration. This 2 knots can be increased to 3 knots, 4 knots, or even 5 knots, depending upon the weather. Now, like everything else, there can be few exceptions to this particular situation. Exception can be like if you have to drop anchor over here, if the wind is very strong, right? If the wind is very strong, the current is very strong, and it's head on, right? And you don't have to turn the vessel too much. Maybe you can increase the speed to, let's say, about 4 knots or even 5 knots. Let's say that you have got a strong current let's say about 6 knots of current or something like that at the position you want to drop anchor, then in that case 2 knots of ahead speed over ground will not suffice, right? In that case you might have to increase the speed. All going well, I mean the weather conditions are not too haywire, not too inclement. 0.5 miles off and 2 knots, not more than 2 knots speed over ground is something which you should remember, you should try to achieve. If you are trying to be around this figure, you will be in the control of the vessel. So this was the gist of the video. Ensure that you keep this in mind, not to end up in similar kind of a situation. Okay, stay safe. Thank you so much for watching. If there's any feedback, recommendation, any question you want to ask, please feel free to drop me a comment below or just write to me at ask@funnel2tunnel.com. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.